All right, let's talk about something that's super important when it comes to your health insurance. What actually happens when you need to use it? We're going to break down the two main ways you can handle a medical bill in India, the cashless path and the reimbursement path. Let's jump right in.
Okay, just imagine this for a second. You or someone you love is in the hospital. You're already stressed out, and then you're hit with that sinking feeling. A huge bill is on its way. How are you going to pay for it? That one question is at the heart of everything we're talking about today.
When it comes to actually paying that bill, you basically have two main roads you can go down with your insurer. On one side, you've got the cashless claim. On the other, the reimbursement claim. And believe me, even though they might sound a little similar, the experience is totally different.
So let's dive into the first option, the one most people hope to use, the cashless way. And to make this super clear, we're going to follow a story about a guy we'll call Rohan.
So, this is Rohan. He's 28, works in IT in Bangalore, and boom, out of nowhere, he needs emergency appendix surgery. You know, it's stressful, it's sudden, and the absolute last thing he's thinking about is how to rustle up a bunch of cash.
So, what exactly is a cashless claim? Well, the magic of it is that you don't have to pay the hospital's main bill yourself. Your insurance company just handles it. They pay the hospital directly. But, and this is a huge but, there's one big rule. You have to be at a hospital that's in your insurer's network.
For Rohan, this whole process is a breeze. He gets admitted to Manipal Hospital, which, luckily for him, is on his insurer's list. The surgery costs 1.5 lakh rupees, and his insurer pays that bill straight to the hospital. All Rohan has to worry about is paying for a few small non-medical things, and then he's on his way home to recover. Pretty smooth, right?
And really, this gets to the heart of it. That feeling of relief, not having to scramble and find a huge amount of money in the middle of a crisis, that's priceless. It's exactly why this cashless option is what everyone wants.
Okay, but what happens if you can't go to a network hospital? Or maybe you just don't want to? Well, that's where our second path comes in, the reimbursement route. And to see how this works, let's meet Priya.
So here's Priya. She's in Lucknow and needs to get her gallbladder removed. Now, she's got a family doctor she's known for years and a local hospital she really trusts. That's where she feels comfortable, and that's where she wants to go. With reimbursement, the whole process is flipped on its head. Here, you're the one on the hook for the money first. You have to pay the entire hospital bill right then and there, from your own pocket. It's only after you're discharged that you can even start the process to try and get that money back. So, Priya's journey looks a lot different. First, she has to pull 80,000 rupees from her savings to pay the bill. Then the real work begins. She has to become a document collector. Every single bill, every lab report, the discharge summary, all of it. She bundles it all up, sends it to her insurer, and then she waits. And that wait can be anywhere from 7 days to a whole month before she sees her money again.
Okay, so let's just put these two side by side so it's crystal clear. With cashless, you've got no big upfront payment and way less paperwork, but your choice of hospitals is limited. With reimbursement, you pay first, you might get buried in documents, but hey, you have the total freedom to go to any hospital you want. You can see they're really two completely different worlds.
So you might be wondering, why do we even have both of these options? Why not just have one simple system? Well, to get that, we have to look at the reality of how insurance works here in India. And this number, wow, it tells a huge part of the story. According to the IRDAI, a whopping 80% of health insurance claims in India are done the cashless way. It's clear what people prefer, right? But, and this is the big reality check, that super convenient cashless experience only works if there's a network hospital you can actually get to. And the truth is, once you get outside the big metros into Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, those networks can get pretty thin pretty fast.
And that is why reimbursement is so much more than just a backup plan. It's an absolute lifeline for so many people. It means you can still go to your trusted local doctor, even if they're not part of some big corporate network. It's essential in smaller towns where network options are few and far between. It's the safety net when cashless just isn't possible.
So, knowing all of this, how do you make sure you're set up for the best possible experience? How do you make the smartest choice for you and your family? It all comes down to being proactive before you ever have to file a claim.
There is one thing, just one single thing you can do that makes all the difference between a smooth, stress-free experience like Rohan's and a complicated, stressful one like Priya's. And here it is. This is so important. Before you sign on the dotted line for a new policy, or before you hit renew on your current one, you have to do this one piece of homework. Get that list of network hospitals from the insurer. And don't just give it a quick look. Really dig in. See how many hospitals are in your city. Check the list for your hometown, where your parents might be. And most importantly, are the hospitals you'd actually prefer to go to? Are they on that list?
And that really brings us to the final, most important question you need to ask yourself. When you look at your policy, is that local hospital you trust the one you'd want to go to in an emergency? Is it on the list? Because finding out the answer to that question now could save you a world of trouble later on.